Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. You know, growing up, I used to think that social media was one of humanity's greatest inventions. Just imagine, for the first time in human history, we can communicate with people from the other side of the world with just a few taps of our fingers. Isn't that incredible? And it's not just a place for communication either. It's a place where we can share our silliest, our happiest, even our embarrassing memories with the whole world. It's a place where you can ramble about just about anything that we want, even your embarrassing fictional crushes. But have you ever come to the realization, maybe while you're in bed at 12 a.m. scrolling through Instagram Reels, even though you have an exam coming up tomorrow, that maybe, just maybe, social media isn't only a place for entertainment? Because the truth is, it's also a place where we leave a footprint, and it's not one that washes away so easily. You see, when I was 8 years old, I had an app. I still do, actually. It's called Discord. It's a pretty neat tool. Essentially, it's an app where you join servers with people from around the world who are of the same interests as you. Now, at the time, I was really into creepypastas, and I joined a Discord server for creepypasta enthusiasts. It was there that I met a person with the username Puppeteer. We both loved creepypastas, so me, being the geeky, nerdy child that I was back then, I totally geeked out on him. I started rambling to him about all the creepypastas that I liked, and we started talking about more personal things, like our lives, our school, and somewhere in the heat of the moment, I did something that could have altered my life. I don't quite recall why I did it. Maybe I thought it was funny, but my 8-year-old self, my dumb 8-year-old self, decided to send this online stranger a photo of me. I mean, seriously? How could I possibly be that reckless? But I got lucky. You see, as it turns out, Puppeteer was a decent person, and nothing bad happened to me, thank God. But what if that wasn't the case? What if I had sent it to someone with bad intentions? Just imagine what they could do with the anonymity of the internet and a photo of me. I dodged a bullet back then, but not everyone gets lucky. Allow me to recall the case of Amanda Todd. She was a 15-year-old girl from Canada, the same age as me now. And like most teenagers her age, she loved making friends. She loved meeting new people. And one of the ways that she did that was through social media. She would go online with her friends. She would go onto webcams and talk with strangers there. They would fawn over her. They would compliment her. They'd call her gorgeous, stunning. Who wouldn't want that? Who wouldn't want to be fawned over by strangers? But one day, while she was chatting with a stranger online, like usual, that stranger in particular pressured her into sending a very intimate photo of herself. And so she did. Amanda Todd thought that it would be a private photo, just between the two of them. But a year later, that same stranger used that photo to blackmail her. He sent it to her classmates, teachers, friends, and even her family. It got to the point that she was bullied and humiliated every single day by her own classmates, by her own teachers, who had all seen the photo. Her family tried to move to new schools. Her family tried to move her to new schools several times, but every time she did, the stranger would just make a new account to terrorize her again. Soon enough, it got too much. In 2012, she uploaded a video on YouTube explaining her story through flashcards. It was a plea for help to the rest of the world. But it was too late. A month later, Amanda Todd took her own life. All because of one mistake, one photo. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we call a digital footprint. Essentially, it's a trail of information that you leave behind whenever you use the internet or on social media. Anything that you post out there, anything that you post on social media cannot be taken back. Even if you were to delete all your posts, you can never be 100% certain that someone hasn't already screenshotted it, downloaded it, or maybe the platform that you used has already saved your data. You can imagine the internet almost like a black hole, constantly consuming information, and once you put something in it, you can't pull it out again. Now I know what some of you might be thinking. Well, I'm not that dumb. I wouldn't post something online that could compromise myself. And hey, maybe that's true, but let me ask you something. Have you ever posted a seemingly innocent Instagram story or maybe a TikTok that had your location tagged? Have you ever maybe posted in private a rant about someone you didn't like? Because here's the thing, social media makes us feel safe. It gives the illusion of a secure and comfortable place where you can share all your thoughts and moments with the whole world when it is anything but that. I'm sure we're all used to hearing stories of celebrities and pop stars being cancelled and harassed because of something they posted online years ago. Now again, some of you might be thinking, I'm not a celebrity, I'm not a pop star, why would I have to worry about that? Okay, let me give you another case then. In 2017, a group of Harvard students joined a Facebook group chat called, and bear with me here, Harvard Memes for Horny Bourgeoisie Teens. It's a weird name, I know, but let's go with it. It started out as just regular memes. They'd chat with each other, joke with each other, maybe they'd make some dark humor, edgy jokes here and there, just typical internet stuff. Until they started sending offensive content. They started sending racist memes, sexist jokes, and even made fun of child abuse on that group chat. But little did they know, Harvard admissions had already found out. Can you guess what happened to them? I'll give you a moment. In the end, Harvard University revoked their acceptance letters and expelled them. These were all teenagers that studied their whole life to get into Harvard. They had the grades, they had the extracurriculars, and they had a bright future waiting for them. But a few bad jokes was all it took to take everything away. Folks, this is why we need to be cautious when using social media. People sometimes fail to understand that what we post on there is truly permanent and can alter our lives. Now, this isn't to scare you off from using social media. I'm not saying that you should delete all your socials and go live in a cave for the rest of your life. Although that would be quite peaceful, actually. Social media is a powerful tool. It can be used for genuinely good and beneficial purposes. It helps us to connect and learn and share. It helps us to share our happiest memories with our loved ones. And it's not even just a place for us to chill with our friends. Employers, future universities, and potential business partners will always check your digital presence. You can make your social media posts a reflection of who you want to be seen as. There are people who have built their careers and portfolios just by having a digital presence. And so can you. But like all tools, social media can also be used to destroy. Amanda Todd, those Harvard students were victims of that. Ladies and gentlemen, your digital footprint is permanent, but your regret doesn't have to be. From now on, I want you to think to yourself before you're about to post something. Would I be comfortable if this was still online 10 years from now? How would my future employer react if they saw this? How would my grandma feel if she saw this? If the answer to any of those questions is something along the lines of no or don't post it. But most importantly, when using social media, don't forget to be respectful. Even in the digital space, kindness and respect matter because your words last forever. Imagine yourself in 10 years. Maybe you're applying for a dream job. Maybe you're in your dream university. Maybe you're even starting a family. The last thing you want is for something that you posted when you were a teenager to come back and haunt you. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that my words today can inspire you to be more wise when using social media. Remember, social media never forgets, but you choose what it remembers. This has been Haidan Ilkia Muktafa. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.